Here go another one for y'all, man. You know, I'm back with another one. I got a video I'm finna show y'all. Finna react to this. Basically, you know, it's an interview with PnB Rock from DJ Akademiks. You know what I'm saying? He was touching on some subjects that I feel like, you know, I should talk about or elaborate on, give my opinions and my thoughts. Let's tune in. RP PnB Rock. Long live PnB.
At this point when you're on Atlantic though, because I remember looking at Atlantic roster, I'm like, God damn it, these niggas it's like the Avengers over here. Everybody over here. I'm like, Kodak's lit, PnB is lit, A Boogie lit, we got Meek lit. There was just like every
young
fucking
boy, everybody was over there.
They said they got a lot of familiar artists over there, you know what I'm saying, at these record labels. You know, this specific one, Atlantic Records. Let's tune in though. And leave a comment.
Everybody's at Atlantic. I'm wondering on a label perspective during this time for you, is it hard kind of like, you know, making it, well, people might not know is that when you're on a label, like labels have someone they call priority. You know, like they got to focus their resources.
What I take from this is that, you know, he said they got priorities, you know what I'm saying? So if you ain't doing the numbers you need to do for that label, you know what I mean, they gonna put somebody else as the priority, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people say the independent route is the best way, you know what I'm saying? I think that's the best way. That's what I believe, you know what I mean?
So if they have, like, say 100% of their either money, their power, their energy, they're gonna allocate it as they base it's the best to get a return on it. Now, when you have a bunch of lit niggas, I would look at it and be like, yo, it might be competitive at that point because all y'all lit, and it's like everybody wants to be the most pushed artist. You want your label to be the most excited about you.
Yeah.
Is it tough or easier in that situation?
See, I'm not that type of artist, so I can't really speak on that aspect of it because I'm more so like, I feel like in music, like it's so much money and so much shit that can happen in music. Like, I'm not no stingy nigga, you feel me? Like, I don't feel like you popping, this girl over here popping, nobody over here popping can stop what I'm doing over here because I'm really like that, you feel me? And I got the fans that's really fucking with it.
What I had took from this is it's enough money out here for everybody, man. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't like it's a gimmick. So it's like, I don't really look at it like that. So, I don't know, like some people really be doing some just like, they don't want motherfuckers to take over, you feel me? They don't want motherfuckers to be like, over them, or they don't want the label to do this for them, or they don't want the label to do this for them because I need them to do this for me right now. And I went through that, you feel me? I ain't know it at the time, you feel me? But I'm pretty sure that there was a whole bunch of prioritizing going on around that time, but I was so out there in the streets and then people faced that shit didn't affect me at the time, you feel me?
Yeah. I think everybody had their own, like, they had their way from like just organic shit that the label is just additive. It's not like they're looking to label like, yo, make me hot.
Yeah, because that's really what it was. The label just put me in certain places that I didn't know about. You know what I'm saying? They just let me meet people that I would have never met. Outside of that, I was a ground worker. You feel me? Like I'm on the ground, I'm touching the people. You feel me? Like I'm really like out here in the clubs, in the streets. You could see me, you could feel me. You feel me? I wasn't one of them type of people, and I'm still like that. That's why I be saying like I gotta be have to sometimes remember like nigga, you famous. You feel me? Like you gotta move a little different. But that just come down to that. Like,
Man, you know, he's talking about the streets, you know, and how, I guess I'd say how adjusting is, you know, to the industry, stuff like that. And RP PnB, long live PnB, you know what I'm saying? Definitely a crazy situation. You know what I mean? It was PnB, Takeoff, you know what I'm saying? Just two real crazy incidents. RIP Takeoff, long live Takeoff, man. Let's keep going though. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all leave y'all thoughts. Like, comment, subscribe.
to that, like I don't be pushing for that label shit. Like I wasn't one of those people that was like, yo, focus on me. You know what I'm saying? Focus on me because I already was doing it. Like I already had everything that they was trying to get me to do. Like I was watching the shit that they do for the other artists. Like it's pretty much like was just doing what I was doing. Like, I wasn't really, I ain't had no handbook or nothing, but it just was like, I'm just going off of the vibes and the energy of how everything is flowing. Like even when it came down to the XXL shit, if I wouldn't have been signed, I feel like I still would have got the XXL shit. Cause just the way that I had to wave at that time, XXL was already reaching out to my peoples before we got signed. You know what I'm saying? So it was like we building these relationships, but I ain't gonna sit here and say that Atlantic didn't help me get to in the door with XXL. You know what I'm saying? They made that shit way faster. Yeah. I ain't had to do nothing. They just walked me right in there. You feel me?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like I ain't one of those artists that's gonna be like hating on another artist that if a label doing something for him, like that's just not me. Even though I see it, I notice it. It's just like it is what it is. They fucking with this artist heavy right now. He must be going crazy for them. You feel me? But they ain't stopping what I'm doing over here. I'm still gonna keep this shit going. Like, that's just me.
Hey, so explain to me, because I know you're independent now, right? All the way.
Yeah.
Why are you independent?
Pretty much because I wasn't making money like off of my music like that. You know what I'm saying? Like with the deal that I had, it was just like a beginner's deal. You know what I'm saying? And when we was trying to renegotiate for that shit, it was like I was on my last 2 albums. And it was like we was at a stalemate. And we just really just came to the agreement like, man, we don't
just want
hate each
to
other.
like a bigger advance? Because I'm pretty sure.
It wasn't no, like me personally, like I didn't know even about, I was getting a little money. I ain't gonna say they wasn't giving me no money, but it wasn't like the money that I was generating.
So
you know?
he's saying that the industry basically wasn't giving him the money that he was earning. You know what I mean? These deals be real sideways, like it be real fraction. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? So I ain't think, the way they was kicking it to me, I felt like I was like not doing enough. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like I needed to go harder. But when I started looking at the numbers and all of that shit and the money that you can generate off of these type of numbers, I'm like, hold up. Like,
yeah, it's just like
I thought I was on some bullshit. I thought I was on some bullshit. You feel me? And I'm really not on no bullshit. I'm really out here putting up big numbers. You feel me? So once I started figuring that out and I started getting a little smarter, it was probably like 2019, 2020, around when shit started slowing up for everybody. I started digging into my shit. And it was just like, all right, man, we gonna come to this mutual agreement because we definitely understand how you feel, you know, as an artist, being as though like we ain't never really dish out a lot of money. Like everything as far as PnB, like when I say I used to do a lot of shit by myself, it was like even videos, everything. Like I used to be just doing shit dolo. I ain't feel like I needed the label because that's how I was. Like, I just was putting shit out.
Oh, so you're not even waiting for them to give you the budget and do all that shit. You just be like, yo, fuck it.
It was like you having an artist that don't know shit about the industry.
Yeah.
And they doing all of this shit on their own. You don't got to put nothing into it. What the fuck you gonna do? You just gonna keep the same thing going. And it's been doing this for years. Till I figured it out. I was like, damn, y'all don't really put no money into my shit. But it's generating all this money. But how am I still not recouping? And then I figured out the type of deal that I was in. It was like, damn, so I'm thinking. Some
deals are pretty much on recoup. Like they get the finesse so good on it. Like even when you recoup, you ain't recoup. You know what I mean?
Like, I could break this shit down to a science now because I know. You feel me? And that shit really crazy. Like really, you ain't gonna be able to recoup if you had a 15% recoup rate.
Yeah, if you had a 15% royalty rate, like it's gonna take a while.
Okay, say you get 150,000, right? What's 15% of that? Do the math.
Take a while. Plus, they hit you with so many goddamn fees.
Yeah, it's not even the fees. It's like everything get taken out of your 15%, and then that 9 times out of 10, that 15%.
And which this is always wild to me. Like a label, which I don't know if people are familiar with this in the industry, right? Or if you're not in the industry. So a label will charge you to pitch your music to a playlist, but if you make it to the playlist, it gets more streams, which gets their 85% paid more. And
they getting 85%? That's a lion's share for sure. You know what I mean? RP PnB Rock, man. It's crazy to see these situations that people going through in the industry. Like, I know this ain't the first time you done seen something about somebody getting pretty much a bad deal. It's like everybody said, oh, I'm finna go get a deal, you know what I'm saying? They trying to change their life. Who can knock that? You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of like, at the same time, it's kind of like they just going along with this system, you know what I'm saying? Just getting in line, you know what I'm saying? And instead of going against it, you know what I mean? But we supporting the independency over here, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, comment, and subscribe, stay tuned in. Let's keep going.
taking that out all on your side.
And I didn't even know that. You just telling me some new shit.
Like, listen, they're gonna put radio promotion that's coming out of your shit. They're gonna put playlist pitching coming out of your shit.
Yeah,
they're
all of that shit come out. So boom, the 15. So say if you had a royalty rate of 15%, 18%, boom. They tell you that. They don't tell you, but all the bills come out of there. The studio time that you did, like every fucking session, anytime you ask them to book you a flight, send you an Uber, any of that shit, they adding all of that shit. Nigga, everything getting added. You feel me? And it's coming out your 15%, but 9 times out of 10, that 15% ain't 15 because you done gave away points to the producers. You feel me? That's points is percentage. They don't tell you that. Like, yeah, you got to get this person points, you got to get this person points, but those points are
label ain't giving a fucking point to no either producer or somebody else who helped on the record. Points. Yeah, so you got to come on. You're right.
So every song is different. So you might have, you say you're getting 15, but no, you really getting 13 on this song. And you might have a writer on this song or a big producer with a sample on this song. And you ain't getting shit on that song. Yeah. You might not even get 3% on that song. You feel me? And that shit to be coming down to it. You be like, wow, I'm doing all of this streaming and I ain't making all of this money. And they be like, well, you making money, you know what I'm saying? But you only got 15% of this money. And out of this money, we taking all of the bills out of your 15%, so you kind of like, oh, it's like 200,000. They be like, what the fuck? Like, how? Like, y'all just made such and such million, and I owe y'all, and y'all ain't give me not 1 million. That don't add up. They be like, now you gotta look at the contract. Everybody start figuring shit out like that. Like niggas be having to figure. You gotta go through that though. It's like.
Yeah,
niggas is not saying it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, people is hip more nowadays, but when I signed in 2015, bro, it wasn't too many manuals running around saying like, yeah, you need to go the independent route. You need to go distribution route. You need to Niggas knew about the distribution deal, but that's pretty much all I knew was it was a such thing as a distribution deal. I ain't know what that shit entailed. I ain't know what that shit.
You probably just thought every record deal is the same record deal.
I think the industry got a lot of stuff hidden in plain sight. I said it before. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's definitely a lot that people don't know or people overlook. You know what I'm saying? But these are my thoughts and opinions. Long live PnB, man. He just gave that free game. What y'all think about this, man? Y'all seen it here? I'm saying this me react to PnB Rock and Akademiks interview. Stay tuned in. Like, comment, and subscribe. We out. But